It's a sad time for automotive fans worldwide, as you would have no doubt heard about Ken Block's passing on January the 2nd, 2023. Ken's influence on fans and commitment to cars and motorsport was nothing short of legendary. In 2008, Ken would launch the first Gymkhana film, which instantly made cars and motorsports totally awesome in a way that nobody else had done before. It demonstrated what could be done with some cool cars and a bit of imagination in probably some of the most entertaining car films ever produced, even if there was the odd retake or two. Before all of that awesomeness though, Ken started a company in 1994 called DC Shoes, and if you grew up in the late 90s or early 2000s, this is a brand name that you're going to be most familiar with. Operating out of Carlsbad in California with co-owners Damon Way and Clayton Blem? The trio built DC Shoes into a worldwide empire, and after 10 years in 2004, sold the company to Quicksilver for $87 million. Fair fucking play. Quicksilver would close the original Carlsbad location and move operations to Huntington Beach in California, a stone's throw from Ken's hometown of Long Beach. Having pocketed a nice bit of cash from the deal, no doubt, Ken would use it to embark on his rallying career. And in 2005, Ken would join the Vermont sports car team and enter the Rally America Race Series. By the end of his first season, he would receive the Rookie of the Year award, and by the end of 2007, he would have achieved 19 podium finishes and 8 overall wins across a variety of different rallies. As mentioned, 2008 would see the release of the first Gymkhana film, which would see Ken put firmly into the limelight. It demonstrated some excellent car control in a motorsport discipline that perhaps was still a little bit unknown at this stage. Gymkhana is a much cooler version of auto testing, where the aim is to achieve the fastest time over a complex course that needs to be memorised. What makes Gymkhana a little bit different from traditional auto testing is that you're encouraged to perform 180 or 360 degree turns, various spins, burnouts and donuts, and indeed the courses are laid out in such a way that forces you to drive in such a manner. It's all very flamboyant, and whilst technically it may not be the quickest way around a track, it certainly makes for a thrilling and entertaining watch. A further 14 Gymkhana films were made and released over a 14-year period, each one managing to outdo the last with a greater or larger spectacle than before. And as if that wasn't enough, Ken also featured in various video games, including Colin McRae's Dirt Rally 2, Need for Speed and Forza Horizon. I mean, come on, you don't get included in games like that unless you're a somebody. If you look over Ken's rallying career, it seems that there's very little that he wasn't actually involved in. He competed in the World Rally Championships, the European Rally Championships, the X Games, the World Rallycross Championship, the Global Rallycross Championship, the Baja 1000, and he also got to compete against some of the greatest drivers in the world, Colin McRae for one. In 2010, Ken would start the Hoonigan Racing Division, a race team that would enter the FIA World Rally Championships and the Rallycross Championships, and they did okay, with podium finishes in 2013 and 2014. The term Hoonigans, definitely one that's been coined by Ken, and the definition of a Hoonigan might be described as a person who operates a motor vehicle in an aggressive and unorthodox manner, consisting of, but not limited to, drifting, burnouts and donuts, as well as acts of automotive aeronautics. One who hoons. Ken would set up Hoonigan Industries not long after selling DC Shoes, a clothing and apparel brand that specialises in automotive products. YouTube would then come along, and the brand expanded into media production, giving us the Gymkhana series as well as many other videos, and their YouTube channel to date has amassed 5.3 million subscribers. Whether you enjoy Ken's work or not doesn't really matter. The impact, the imagination and excitement and thrills that Ken brought to motorsport was significant. Now, being honest, on paper, he may not have always been the quickest driver, but then neither was Colin McRae, or Ayrton Senna for that matter. It was the way in which they performed that set them apart from the rest. And I think Ken Block might just be one of the most influential drivers and automotive entertainers that we've had in recent times. Rest in peace, my friend. Keep hooning.